My ex-husband pays me $1,700 a month in child support and pays my car insurance and my phone bill. And that makes a lot of people mad. So let's talk about it while I give you an apartment tour. I hear a lot of men on this app say that if their baby mother put them on child support, then that's all they're going to do. That as long as the kid is taken care of, they don't really care how their baby mama lives. But here's the thing. Kids cost money, and not just monetarily. My daughter's father wants my daughter in a great neighborhood and in a good school, so rent in those places are obviously going to be more expensive. My daughter's father will always help me with rent if I need it. A car is a necessity where I live as well. I have to take my daughter back and forth to school, so my ex has no problem paying my car insurance. My daughter likes to call her dad whenever she wants, so he has no problem paying my phone bill. And if my daughter asks me for something and I can't get it for her, my ex sends me the money for it. He never says, ain't that what child support is for? Y'all want y'all baby mothers to struggle so bad, and it's kind of weird. But what do y'all think? What are your views on child support?
My view is I'm going to find her ex and make him my current.
Welcome to the pressure cooker.
If he paying $1,700 a month, he paying car insurance, phone bills, and all that other stuff, then hey man, your child support ain't really $1,700 a month. And that's plenty enough to take care of a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's plenty enough to take care of, do whatever, get whatever the kid needs. Man, I'm not paying all your bills. I'm not doing all that because as a grown up, you gotta pay. You want to drive, you gotta pay your own insurance. If you didn't have no kid, what, you wouldn't have a car?
Well, I think
Hmm?
the key word in all
If
this
Go ahead.
is that he wants her to have those things. Did you
No,
hear that? He wants the daughter in the best school. He wants the daughter to have this. He wants the daughter to have that. So it sounds like, I'm going to just tell you what I read into this. He wanted to be out of the marriage. And because he wanted to be out the marriage, he still wants to make sure they live accustomed to the standard of living they would have had when they was with him. So this guy seems to have to be well off, have a good job. So my question would be, what happens when he can't afford to do those things?
that's a good question. That's
So
that's a real good question.
those expectations are set pretty high because just for him to even get a $1,700 a month child support judgment means he makes really good money. And so
Not really.
most of the
Not
time,
really, man. You believe it or not, you go in there and you might only make $3,000 a month, and before you know, you be paying half almost your whole paycheck in child support.
well, it's usually um, the experience
Man,
that I know, there's a list, and it's what the mother make and what the daddy make, and what both parents should be providing to the child,
man,
and then they
please.
come up with a figure. So
Shit.
usually, the person that makes the most money has the
You
bulk of the expense. I'm
you
just saying how standard is done. I know
you
sometimes it's
usually
unfair. So when they set
yes,
those high standards, that means typically the man makes a lot of
but
money,
I
like
give
they
it to
do with
you.
the athletes and all these other people. These outrageous amount of money. They ain't setting $5,000, $20,000, $10,000 child support because these men make hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. You know.
Usually, you go in there and it's supposed to be fair, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, a lot of guys can't even afford to pay their own rent because they're paying so much in child support.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the guys that get off the most are the guys that work low paying jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just don't. You work a very low paying job,
Mm-hmm.
so you ain't gonna hardly have to pay no child support.
That's what I said.
If you in the middle, because if you're well off, you can afford to pay it. Maybe a lot, but you can afford it. But the people who get the low end of the stick is the people in the middle. That you are regular working guy, you make a normal wage.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get taxed the most.
Well, a lot of time those guys come in and they have overtime and stuff like that, and the guy try to say, "Hey, that's not always open to me." So you're calculating it wrong because you're basing it off what you see on the check stub. But I'm not always making overtime. So there are sometimes certain things that trigger those decisions to be made. But are they fair? No, it's not fair. I know that some guys really get rammed, or those guys could be behind and have not paid child support, and it's been an ongoing fight. So now you got to catch up for when you should have did it in the beginning. But typically, of course, the well off, the medium income to well off guys pay the most in child support, and we know that they get broken off way more than what a child probably needs to take care of them. My issue is that the system doesn't allow any leeway for changes in jobs or changes in income. Once it's set, they don't want to hear that. Yeah, you can take them back to court, but 99% of the time the guys don't get the verdict. They don't get it's like you need to still pay what you was paying.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
so,
like,
yeah.
yeah, but that's on the child support side. And like I say, if you got a lot of money, then you can afford to pay your rent. You've been working low paying job, that's where you are anyway. But if you're in the middle and you can't, child support gonna keep you from paying your car note and your rent, that's where the problem come on. But nevertheless, man, I definitely think I would lean more towards what you're saying, that the guy, so Satan left the marriage or whatever, and he kind of wanna, I don't know, keep up with the lifestyle that they've been living or whatever. Maybe it's some kind of guilt.
Yeah. I don't mind doing this because I can afford it and it keeps you out my hair, and I don't want to deal with any repercussions of it. We do know that there's something automatically there that is child support even ordered, because if it's amicable, why would you even have to order child support? You just make an agreement between each other. But she says it's child support, and then she's like, why would the guys want
I'm
to see the
glad you
women
said
suffer?
that.
A lot of times it's bitter, and the girl went down there and put the man on child support. So to me, if you're using child support as a tool to cause harm or to hurt me, why would I want to do other things for you? No. Do I want my child in the best school? Yeah, but I can go down there and pay to put my child in the best school and pay the school directly. I don't have to give you money to put her in a school or put you in a neighborhood to where you can get her to the school. I don't have to pay your car, and I don't have to pay your phone.
The more and more I think about this here, it's making me think, you right. Why the hell would you be that's now I'm thinking about, that's dumb. Because first of all, you put yourself on child, I know you put yourself on child support or something, which a lot of time that's the best way to do it. But and now you want to do stuff outside, like, don't you know, man, when you can't do that no more, they gonna increase your child support. Because number one, the what they call that, it's on my mind, man, disposable income. They're gonna look at, okay, you got plenty of disposable income, you can do this. Yeah, you can afford it. So yeah, they gonna do that to you. But and then, like I say, I think it's still, maybe if he's doing all that, maybe something still
male driven. He did it to get rid of her and keep her mouth shut, because given the fact she could have went and probably got much more. But he did what he did, and she's thinking, oh, y'all just want to see y'all baby mama do bad. No, you also have to understand, a lot of baby mamas want to see the man do bad. That's why they run down there to child support. The bitterness and the anger. So this guy is up on the upside of that. You don't even realize that he want to keep things cool with you so that you don't get more. So yeah, he gonna do that little extra, because if he can do all that and you're getting 17, imagine what if you would have went what you probably could have gotten. So just something put you in the mind of the girl who asked for the $1 million.
Yeah. And then I think too, she might not want to press him on that, because hell, if every time she asking for something, he coming up with it, and
why
plus,
cut off
you got
your
extra 1,700.
Correct.
Yeah, why do all
why?
that? Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Kevin and Caprice. Let's talk relationship.